Hello, welcome back to Remnant Lunar Archon at Evergore Studios. I technically those are supposed to be reversed, but I never remember to do that. It's session 31, so welcome back, all those who are here, those who have watched on YouTube this far. Proud of you. You're doing great. You deserve a hug. Not from me though. I'm kind of on the other side of the internet. But that's not the point here. The point is we're here to play D&D. Previously,
Yay!
yes, yay indeed. Previously, the party is traveling. The party is traveling over to a place here, over next to Weedle. No Weedle. Show you Weedle.
Yeah, it's not really next to Caterpie though.
Different.
Mhm.
If this one is more like an anteater. I don't remember who drew this one.
The happy face on his back hump is particularly enjoyable. I also like his musical note feet.
That's great.
Oh, that's my Weedle. I draw those on everything. Literally everything.
Where did this Weedle come from?
It's
From
a
Jocelyn. We just established
This
this.
is fair. Okay.
yeah, it's a stylized Weevil.
Cool.
So it's inspired by Weevils. But it doesn't follow all of the atomic things
Nice.
that a Weevil has.
Interesting.
I love how there's just a casual arrow off to the side of the edge of the map.
See, that's one of those unfortunate things is because, things bug, sometimes arrows stick around. There's also, off the bottom of the map, there's a circle. Someone's got an arrow pointing, like, in sheer. But yes, that's where the party's heading. Previously, the party traveled from Schist to Feldspar. They were stopped partway through, fighting Grimm. They met some dinosaurs, some shield lizards. And then at the end of last session, they fought in a big fight against some Grimm that were attacking Feldspar. As they approached Feldspar, they found that the town seemed to have sustained some damage, some attack. Different pieces of houses were broken. There were some roofs that were caved in. Different parts of the outer wall were destroyed, crushed over. And in places where the wall was crushed, there seems to be this wall of water almost pouring upward and cycling around itself, creating a barrier around wherever it needs. As the party arrived, they ended up fighting several Grimm, two of these large saber cat-like sabers, as well as two more of the... three more? I think it was three more of the fire-spewing sulfurfish. That's the word. Several more sulfurfish that they managed to successfully fight, killing all of them with the aid of their good friend. My note. I'm forgetting his name. Alright, what's his name?
What?
What's the name of the druid friend guy?
I have it written down. Apollo.
Apollo, yes. Apollo, as well as several archers from town, managed to come out and help them after successfully aiding the group. He began to lead them back into town, inviting them in. As the group walks up, having quickly being followed behind by Ulrich and Berea in the cart, you all are led over to where the gate would have been, but has been destroyed, and the water is there. Apollo looks around, just wait a moment. And the water seems to react to you and slowly parts, enough for the group to walk through. After you walk through, the water closes back in on itself.
I got rid of the circle.
Good job.
I did.
So, what brings you all into town? See, we're a little worse for wear, but we'll be happy to to offer any supplies, but any aid we can give you. Rest, if that's what you're
I
looking for.
would argue it seems like you guys need more aid than we do.
Not be against it, but is that what you came to? Are you here to help out around town? Are you heading somewhere else?
We were just kind of passing through. We were gonna stop here for a bit.
Oh, well,
Then we saw the city was under attack.
yeah. Thanks for helping out, by the way. We got hit. Taps his chin. I think it was 3 days ago. This massive, huge. Have you ever seen a giraffe?
I have.
Yeah, it's like a giraffe, but it had 3 heads, and it was shooting lightning. Yeah, like this huge giraffe with 3 heads, and it was shooting lightning, and its tongue would extend and try to grab people.
That's wild.
And it was huge.
I hate I missed that.
It was absolutely like probably 50, 80 feet tall. It's hard to tell.
So
Oh.
you were able to defeat it?
No. We hid in the bunkers and basements until it left. And
Okay, got bored then.
we've been trying to repair. Thankfully, it left. You don't exactly know why. It seemed to get tired and started going. But we're happy it's gone. The water spirit all helped out. Seems to have reacted, though. It seems to want to protect us. It started making this air as he walks you over. As you all seem to be, he's leading you in the direction of the inn. As you see from the lake, effectively, a small lake at the edge of the spar. The water is moving, like all of it. Around the edges where it touches the city, there is water traveling along the ground that seems to be creating the wall coming from the lake. The wall of water around the city seems itself, and you see the lake seems to be slightly. It's more shallow, like it doesn't have as much water in it. Yes, or at least the water's being used for walls, so the edge of the lake is actually a bit further in than before. And you see most of the water in the lake is actually swirling, going in a counterclockwise direction, spinning around. The epicenter of which, see, 200 feet out maybe. You can't tell really well, but you'd be able to somewhere around there. You see a glow coming from, like this radiant light blue shining up as the sun sets. Now we don't know what exactly it's doing down there, but it's everything up. Thankful for the protection. It's enough that me and the boys are able to fight off what grim come. Still not the easiest thing to do. We didn't have this thing. What'd you say its name was?
Vyzadel.
Vysadel. If we didn't have Vysadel, we'd probably all be dead by now.
Wow.
Oh. That's here. Glad nothing happened that would have caused any issues.
Thicket, you can create water, right?
Yeah.
You want to see if we can maybe replenish some of his supply?
Let me check and see if I have it prepared. I think I do.
And you also see, as you're in the area, since the inn is fairly close to the water, you actually see quite a few more people at the inn than you would normally expect. It seems that the people from whatever houses were destroyed or had issues have since gone to inn to stay for now. You also see quite a few of the children from the orphanage sitting outside, sitting along the beach of the water, looking at the glow from within. Based on the time, as it's now uh, roughly 5 o'clock. You see people beginning to prepare for some kind of dinner with what they have.
I do have it prepared.
Oh gosh.
Do you guys need some more water?
We're doing okay. I mean, the lake is... Dude, would the lake be freshwater? Yes, it would be. It normally wouldn't be. Magic would be. Got the lake, it's doing okay for us. And the lake's been around for hundreds of years, even during droughts, so I'm guessing it'll be okay. But if you want to throw some more water in, I'm sure Isidel wouldn't mind, but I've been trying to conserve my energy to fight against it. There are not many, aren't many in the village who are in the town. Village, not a town. Too small to be a town. It's a village. There aren't many in the village who can deal useful damage against them, so I've been pulling a bit more weight than I usually do. Having a while. Fortunate, but we lost a few people. But thankfully, it only ended up being 8 people that actually fell during the attack. Could have been much.
That's sad news. Anyone that we knew or interacted with?
Anyone you know in particular? I mean, I remember who all you went to. Scratches his. Your friend, the woman, the mage. What was her name? The one who was doing the archaeology thing.
Out of character, I've actually forgotten.
Sylvia
I'd have to
Lopez.
Go back. Okay.
I think I might have it written down.
Oh, I just said it, but if you didn't hear me and you want to try to get it, then
I heard you.
Sylvia Lopez. No, she's not here. Her and her group left. What was it? As he calendar down. What day did they leave?
This is important knowledge to know.
Potentially. They left a week and a half ago. Well, just over a week ago. The 22nd. They finished up their stuff, they locked off the ruins, and back up to Vacuo. Hopefully they're doing alright, didn't run into anything. Yeah, they're on their way. Is there anyone else in town you remember? Because I don't remember who else you talked to. I might remember, but he...
We talked to a blacksmith.
The craftsman? What is his name? Hashim? Yeah, he's alright. So is Anasa. All the kids made it out. Thanks to Marin. Shame he didn't know. Good man. Did y'all get to meet him while you were here? In the book club?
I don't remember.
Marin
Was that in the ship?
Marin and Leah Oxford, cult leaders. You talked out of being cult leader.
Okay, that was here. That's yeah. Yeah. Are they all right?
Leah's okay. When we were getting everyone down to the bunkers, and he was off to the side, back to the orphanage, getting kids out. Make it last time. Fortunately, was hit by one of the thing's hooves. We were still able to bury him. He wasn't gone or anything. He didn't make it. Mori, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 17.
All right. What's your passive insight?
How do I find that?
Insight plus. What's the bonus? Plus 10.
My insight is a +7.
So 17 on that as well. You would notice Mori off to the side, or Thicket would notice that with a fairly sad-looking face, you see Leah, the woman, the wife of Oxford. I'm sorry, the wife of Mary. If I can find her image. She is sitting watching Orphan. But as you watch her face for a second, though she seems to be masking it, she looks quite sad.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Lost a couple of hunters as well, but able to manage. I think we only lost one body that the thing ate. Don't worry, we knew who it was. We gave him a proper send off and a stone. Rough couple of days. Sorry, I don't wanna bring y'all down too much. Anything we can help you with while you're in town before you head on? You said you were traveling through. Where are you headed?
Are we stopping anywhere else before?
Depends on where you're going, I guess.
We were just headed to Sheer.
Oh, heading to Sheer? City. Yeah, I guess there are two ways to go. You could go around to the north or over to Miocene. A bit faster to go north, but not for over 2 weeks.
Do you need us to stay to like build a house or something?
I mean, if you want to stay and work on stuff all of the time, we'd be happy to have you.
I don't know, guys. How pressed are we for time?
I believe that we had pressed and had been able to make up half a day, if memory serves. So we could theoretically spend half a day, and still, make our expected time. We could also see about pressing harder, maybe for like another half day. So that might give us a day.
I want to make sure y'all remember and consider it. What is the reason you're going to Sheer?
To check up on the dude's sister, right?
So the cover is to help him complete a business transaction and to visit his sister to celebrate her upcoming nuptials. The real reason is, yes, to make sure that she's not involved, so that we can rescue her, or that if she is involved, we understand that we figure out how deep it goes and what all is actually going on. There's also a very small chance that we might decide to take out the boss there in order to get their item and save the day. Hooray, go heroes!
And effectively, you're going there to warn, protect, see what's up with Ulrich's sister. So whether or not y'all think y'all can or should wait, it's up to you. I mean, they would be happy to have the help, especially from a magical point of view, as they still have people that are hurt. As Apollo has mostly been conserving his magic to defend the town from more danger. rather than healing. Those of you who are able to heal, they'd be happy to have you.
What if we so it's like early in the morning, isn't it?
It is 6 p.m. 5:30.
Oh, never mind. Haha, haha.
Y'all have already done your
What if
traveling for the day.
Yeah, what if we just uh did our best to, you know, maybe those who have spellcasters can expend the rest of their spells on some healings. And then like I don't know, some of us who are handy with tools, uh like Maverick and I can help work on some like building temporary shelters or actual buildings for a little bit, and we take a long rest and leave in the morning.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, if that's what the party is doing, then I won't worry about marking off the spell slots, but Thicket, Garand, and Cedar would all be encouraged to do some healing. Maverick would be happy to help woodwork, especially because, if I remember correctly, he does have proficiency in mason's tools, so he'd be happy to help build up houses and stuff. Oh, and carpenter's tools. So, given the mason's tools, he'll actually probably be helping build the wall, try and get at least a few more feet of it, as the wall, it seems to them, is a little more pressing than the houses. So they'd actually probably have the other non-casters help with the wall over the evening as much as they could. As once the wall is up, Bicidel doesn't have to put up water and can return to whatever he normally does, and they can build houses in relative peace without having to worry as much attacks. And let's see, Maverick does not have cure wounds, so he's not.
I also have Mason's tools.
Does that have Mason's
I
tools?
can heal 4 people.
Do you have proficiency in medicine, Thicket?
I don't think so. Let me check. I do.
You'd probably also
Wow.
be tending to people without magic help along that side.
I have all 5 Bardic Inspiration. Oh, wait, that's not. No, I'm thinking the other healing thing. Never mind. Bardic Inspiration. I guess I could help people who are trying to heal others. I guess I could inspire them to do it. Hold on. Could do Song of Rest, so people could get more energy from those who are trying to recuperate.
Do you have any healing lights left, or are you out?
Also increase general morale.
Yeah. Playing music, people would be happy to hear their music. It's the general mood of the town seems to be rather somber.
Yeah, so I have 3 level 1 spells left, so I could do some Cure Wounds on 3 people.
You also have a 2nd level spell. For whatever that's worth.
Yeah, I mean, if someone looks really bad off.
I've also just realized something. So, I'm pretty sure your healing light, you're supposed to have a number of dice in the pool equal to 1 plus your warlock level. Your warlock level still 1? Okay, it is. I was trying to think if it got higher, but it does not yet.
Yeah, I keep trying to ask my DM if he'll give me just random bonus XP so I can get to level 2 on Warlock. He's harsh, man. That guy's
It'll come.
he's hardcore.
It'll come.
But I'm trying. I'm begging. But yeah,
believe
no,
you.
you're absolutely right. I mean, you know.
Hey, you still just have the 2
Everyone
healing.
can go out in the night and hunt for rats.
I mean, if y'all get session XP, I think y'all will. So as long as you can get enough done to earn at least session XP. Alright, so over the evening.
Does anybody have a basement with some rats or an attic with some spiders? And I will go do the
You could
little
kill
side
Bicidel.
quests.
He's worth
No!
XP.
I can go heal Ficidel? I
You
will
could
definitely heal
Kill
Ficidel.
Ficidel. He's worth XP.
No, who are you? No, get out of here. No, nope, not happening.
Yeah, just
How dare
kill the
you.
guardian spirit of the town.
And my friend.
And your friend, it's true.
And Thicket's friend.
Also, fun fact, since y'all have been gone, Bicidel has been slowly teaching Apollo how to speak, because he doesn't already. Specifically Aqua. Yeah, so as y'all spend the evening, is there anything in particular you want to do, or y'all are just helping out around town?
Helping out around town,
Yeah, I'd
building
like to just help.
foundations.
Gambit, I would like for you to make 2 Mason's Tools check. One
He,
for you, one for...
it's wisdom?
it would probably be, for this, strength-based Mason.
Strength? Okay.
I can roll one for Maverick if you... Or you can roll... Or just you can do for both. Is a
Hold
plus
on.
5.
Alright. Hey.
Go ahead and just roll 2. I don't know. Let's see, do you have
If I
a...
can grab it.
have Mason's Tools. Will you have a +1 for yours? Okay, we'll add 4 to one of them. That's yours. You're able to help some. A bit above average, but not anything particular. Like, abnormally large amount of work. Yeah, work.
Well, hold on. I missed the bot.
And Maverick...
Well, of course.
Maverick gets a total of 25, so he actually manages to do, like, 3 days of work over the night. Prepping stuff.
Whoa.
Seemingly actually having Claude help very little because Claude can't carry much, but he's at least over there providing moral support and points. It doesn't really do much, but it's nice. He's there at least. And Maverick manages to get a ton done. Like, absurdly large amount. He rolled very well. Right. The
Gambit's
rest...
like, I have trauma surrounding working with rocks.
Maverick is like, rocks. Hi ho! Maverick, you're not a dwarf. I don't care. Let's see. Also, yes, I've decided just now that that is a canonic dwarf bar song in this
I love
world.
it. Hi ho.
Hi ho.
Home from work we go. That's important to know because, when the time comes and we happen to be in a dwarven community, Garand will need to be able to,
True.
Reach the people. So
Need to be able to play that specific song. All right, so unless y'all are doing anything else in particular, I assume y'all would do the y'all would do the normal travel stuff, getting more water, so that Thicket can effectively, as long as Thicket is willing to create water, y'all can have the 140 gallons, 2 barrels of water get you where, so you don't need to get more unless you want Thicket to cast and create food and water, or rather just create or destroy water. Same thing with the good berries.
Create food. I can create berries.
Oh, I need to delete Aurora from the mules list. You'll only have Berea. Aurora's dead. Yeah, is there anything in particular y'all would like to accomplish over the night before we move on to y'all traveling the next day? Is there you in Feldspar?
I want to
Resurrect Aurora from the dead.
Yes, can I turn Aurora undead?
For one, y'all left her body in a cave.
That's not how turn undead works.
That's
She would be rolling over in her grave. That's what turn undead would be.
No, that's just turn dead. No, I don't think you have a way yet to cast any kind of revival spell, and revival spells are particularly difficult in this world.
And she would deserve it.
Probably, but that's whether or not you want to come back.
I don't.
Given the time, y'all would have to come back in like 8 months when y'all's characters are like level 15 and cast Resurrection. Based on how long she'll be dead, because y'all have already passed. Well, you haven't quite passed, but y'all are gonna pass the week mark for dead very. So she'll be beyond 5th level spells for a while. So we'll see if y'all remember her existence. Assuming we get that. But yeah, nothing else in particular y'all are doing?
I want to heal people.
What if we just like start a list and it's like instead of a hit list, it's a revive list?
Revival list. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Resurrection. Let's see how expensive Resurrection.
It is very expensive.
Meanwhile, what was that, Jack? What does Doug want to do?
Doug was just going to ask around about these. They were what, iron memories, white memories,
White iron,
white iron. Yes.
or also known as memory iron. So yes, you're technically correct on both sides of the. From what you found last time, no one in this town. I can get. Well, I guess you could go and investigate, but no one in this town would know anything. That it shows up, seemingly randomly in places that have a lot of history. Sometimes iron in places that have a lot of historical context will like be white iron over the course of years. Same thing with like museums. Sometimes they'll change out some of the metal in the different displays and stuff because it will become white iron over the course of time. But no one in this town would have it. As for where to find some, you could potentially try any of the major cities. Some luck. Potentially mining towns like Basalt might know where some is, or ask someone who has a lot of knowledge, like the Lord Librarian. Those are all potential places you could find it, but Feldspar is not. Also, Resurrection is worth 1,000 gold pieces in diamonds for each, so depends on whether or not y'all think it'll be worth it in real life 2 years from now, depending on revive Aurora for 1,000 gold. Sorry, Doug, but not the place where you'll find it, unfortunately. Alright, so y'all help out around. Cedar uses her own medicinal expertise. And then I guess the next question, as it comes up to the next morning, Saturday, the 1st of April, I've gotten to April 1st. Joke's on you. This whole campaign was a joke. I'm not put this. Alright, it is 8 a.m. Which direction are y'all going? And are y'all doing anything in town before you leave? Because it sounded like y'all were leaving the next day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, unless there's something else going on, I think, yeah, we'll keep our I think we have a half day's lead so far on timing.
Alright. That was a big lightning. It also occurs to me I don't have any music. Not that I can hear. That's sufficiently travel. Alright, so which way are y'all going? Are y'all going the longer way that I believe is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You going the way that takes 16 days? Or the one that takes 18 days, but you get to go through Miles?
I would kind of like to go through Miocene.
I am good with whatever.
Because if it's just 2 extra days,
What could happen
I
in 2
feel like
days?
that would be worth it. Any other thoughts, y'all? Like, I don't want to be the only one contributing to this decision.
Doug agrees because he has to go back anyway.
Why does Doug have to go back to Miocene?
Yeah, for real.
Wait, was it not Miocene? It was Vacua, wasn't it?
No, the place where you're, where the Orange Sun is based is Coquinia. Opposite
What
side
is
of the
it?
country.
Oh, I see.
City of
I see.
Coquinia is where the Orange Sun is based.
Never mind. Doug is going to be a rebel.
So is that what y'all want to do? But anyway, discuss.
Sounds good to me.
I'm good with going through Miocene.
We can check in on the kobolds.
All right. Garand is the one who has an input, I believe. Think. You agree?
I must have missed something. Are we talking about going in a different direction?
We're talking about whether or not you go to Miocene or if you go the slightly shorter way that does not go through Miocene. If you go north, you can.
It's 16 days if we go straight there, and it's 18 days if we go through Miocene.
Yes. So far, everyone is on the side toward Miocene, but I wanted to just let everyone have an input.
I mean, in case some tragedy does strike, it'd be better to, have access to a town. All we need is one bad Grim to cause someone to have some kind of weird rotting disease, and then we need to figure out a way to heal them, or at least keep them from getting worse. So, yeah, I don't know. Miocene makes enough sense. Plus, if this place got attacked, maybe they need help too. So,
Right.
yeah, that's fine.
Wait,
Okay.
did we do a long rest before leaving?
I forgot to press the button, but yes, y'all did get on. That
Because I was like, I'm missing some stuff.
what was that?
I was just saying that I was missing some stuff.
Well, now you shouldn't be stuff. Been done, long rested. All right. So, as the first few days go by, Thicket, would you like to do a bunch of survival checks to see if you roll it too?
Sure.
You don't have to. At this point, I'm willing to just give it to you that you can navigate the desert without issue.
Well, what is the
Unless-
point of playing D&D if we don't roll the dice?
This is true. Roll the dice.
This is the dice game. Roll the dice.
On the third and fourth days, it is extremely hot. I will be all
Not 20.
right.
How many do I roll?
I
got
1, 2,
two.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
There's 3, 4,
And then I would like
5,
Garand.
6.
Actually, I would like everyone.
I
but-
did roll a 2.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's what, day 6?
I would like everyone except for Thicket to roll d20s. Or d20.
We're lost, y'all.
Oh, 2 9s.
I need to.
I thought I did it, but maybe I did not. Hold on.
You said just a regular D20,
Yeah.
not like
Rate d20.
Okay, at this point, I have rolled D20 3 times.
Nothing
Did
showing
you roll
up.
it in the box?
Which box?
The chat box.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, that was my best one, and I'm really glad.
So, as we go
Woo!
through, so it would be Saturday. So, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. On the 6th of April, that you get lost
Oh,
Oh no.
as you travel along the road. You end up finding yourself on the 6th of April, moving in a different direction, and you feel, Thicket, you would realize after a bit that the kind of path that has effectively stakes every couple hundred, making a trail, quote unquote, or a path between different towns, because you don't see it anymore.
Uh-oh.
okay. Who erased the road?
I'm about to have everyone make.
We got a bunch of road crews out here trying to do all the work out here on the desert road. You know, so you gotta just go around the long way, and you'll be okay.
Bad news
Who
in the
was
zone,
that?
tumbleweeds.
That was me.
No, I know it was you, Chris, but
Oh, okay.
who said that?
I think the tumbleweed said it.
Apparently so.
So what we doing, DM?
What are you doing? Just realized you're not on the road.
Did Cedars 19 not?
Try and find the road.
Okay. Cedars 19 does mean something, but first, I am about to have everyone make Constitution saving throw, as it is scorching hot.
I've been making water.
Uh-huh. Still a really hot day.
And I have ice.
So I just did the thing that it... Okay, it did... I have to press the roll button.
Is it con?
It is.
Okay.
A thing should have come up. But
Oh,
nice.
not very good.
It's enough.
I did not get a thing for Constitution.
Did
save.
you?
Yeah, I didn't either, but I rolled.
Do you want me to just roll it in the box, or do you want to do the thing?
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Doug and Cedar
This
can
says it's
delete it
a
if they want.
Constitution check.
Did it say check? Well, it was meant to be a save. Either way,
I
Well,
thought,
it's the
yeah,
same-
I thought
it's
you
the same
said
number.
save.
if it's a different number, then let me know.
My bonus is the same.
Yeah, mine's a different number.
Well, thankfully, you already succeeded on yours, so you don't roll yours. I still need one of you. I need Jaislyn
is
to
it
roll.
me?
Yes, as you have not rolled.
What are we rolling again?
Con saves.
Con?
Constitution save.
Thing should have popped up. If it didn't, then just roll one from your sheet.
Oh, yeah.
I
Haha.
pull up the effects list. Throw some examples.
Oh, no! Oh, my... Uh-oh.
It's really
I
hot
feel
out.
like
again.
that's on brand.
Oh, jeez.
It's
So
a bit on
Gambit's
brand.
getting 2 levels of exhaustion. Maverick's getting 1. And Garand is getting 1. As it is really, really hot.
Sorry, guys, but ice water's not helping.
Oh, water only does
There's
so much.
gotta be something I can do for you guys.
Exhaustion? The only way you can get rid of exhaustion is through rest. It's about halfway through the day at this point. I've been walking for about 4 hours. It's 11 a.m. Not sure where you are, so how are you going to go about looking for the road?
Survival
Is there
check.
something that
Doug is going to have his echo go 30 feet above him, switch places, and then switch back.
I could
Ooh.
turn into a bird.
You
Check
cannot-
out the surrounding area.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh shoot, I can't. Thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry, I can't turn into a bird. I'd like to though.
So y'all are looking for landmarks to figure out where you are? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doug-
If you're just looking in landmarks like within the area you're in, then I will need... Let's say we're going to do a leading check, so Thicket will be the lead, so he'll make the final one, and I need 2 others to make survival checks. If you roll above a, in this case, 15, then Thicket will get a +1 bonus. If you roll an @20, he'll get 2. If you roll below a 10, he'll get a -1 bonus. If you roll a 1, he'll get a minus.
Okay, well, I have +2 to survival.
Okay,
Does
so Doug is making 1. Who's making the other survival check?
Can I inspire?
No,
Vertically?
this would be over the course of a couple of hours, probably an hour or 2 at least.
Just want to make sure.
Gotta shoot your shot.
All right, so Doug is giving you a +1. Who's making the other survival check? Wants to volunteer.
You would volunteer.
Let me look at it. Is it under skills?
It will be under skills.
Very bottom. Survival.
Ooh, I could try that.
All right, go ahead and roll it. See if you can give him a bonus. At least not a non-bonus. A bonus. Okay, so I would like for you to click the +2 in the bottom left, Mori, and make a survival check for Thicket to try and find where the road is again. Around. Will take several hours. Okay.
15.
So the time is partially dependent on how high above the DC you got. So another 4 hours will pass by, bring you up to 3 p.m. and having another roll of Constitution checks before you do finally find where the road was.
Epic.
Not sure if you've moved back at the moment. You can try, if y'all want, to try to go hard today, but you chance getting even more exhaustion, or make up the time later, because you don't know if you're behind on time or ahead on time where you were. You know,
What about that nat 20 earlier in our trip? Did that get any bonuses?
You know what? I'll give you a chance. Thicket, make a survival check to the pretty easy DC to see if you can figure out if you're further back or further forward from.
10.
Unfortunately, it's hard to tell. C was 12. I'm going to
Dang.
make some more Constitution checks.
Dang.
Everybody?
Nope. Everyone's making con saves.
No,
Or Constitution saves.
please.
Thankfully, you have water on demand.
This is some Murphy's Law stuff.
Everything's starting to go wrong. It would happen eventually. I knew it was going to. Cedar. I don't see one from you.
What kind of check are we making?
It's a con save. It should have shown up in a window.
Oh, we're doing another one?
Yep, because you've spent another 4
Okay.
hours in the scorching
Is it a
heat.
save or a check?
Save.
Okay.
As you spend another 4 hours in the scorching heat.
Yay!
Oh, well, if Cedar had any exhaustion, she'd get rid of one. But she doesn't, so she's doing just fine. All
Cedar
right.
is impenetrable.
So, following the road from where you are, you're able to get another 4 hours back in, putting you somewhere along the trail. And I'm gonna roll one more set of exhaustion checks for this day. So I just did another one that you need to press the dice on. We've got another exhausted boy.
I'm going to use. Well, never mind.
Thankfully, since you're about to take a long rest, one level of exhaustion is going to go off for everyone. As you finish out the day, Mori, as the heat is bearing down on you, you finally manage to get some cover as night comes along. You reach 8 p.m. that night. During the watches, plot the watch order. Let's see which watch this happens to. Cedar.
Yes.
Well, you're the only one awake at the beginning of the night. You hear a very large growling sound coming from up upon the dunes nearby.
Well, that's weird.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna wake up Doug and tell him that I just heard some growling noises. Hey, Doug, wake up.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No.
Right, you were asleep. Okay, I heard some like really loud growling noises coming from over there.
Was it more of a grr, or was it like a grr?
Yeah, the second one.
Sounds like a grim, maybe.
Potentially.
Um,
I mean, I don't know what to do.
well, I would assume we wake everyone else up and then prepare just in case.
Okay, I like that idea. I'm going to go around and tap on everyone's shoulder and be like, you need to wake up. I possibly heard a grim.
Yeah, can't we just go back to sleep? Sure, it's a grim.
Are you kidding me right now, Maverick?
I'm just saying. Tired.
I think that if I
We're all
don't sleep,
tired,
I
but
will
don't want you
die.
to be dead.
Fine.
I think, well, yeah.
Maverick starts putting his
Okay.
We're all going up to it as a group? What are y'all doing?
Well, Doug's unarmored, so he's just equipping himself.
I'm sure I have a way to like produce light somehow.
Let's check your sheet.
I think Garon was giving you like light on your weapon.
If Garon wants to, he can add light to the weapon. Or you can pull out a torch.
Yeah, I could have casted it, but it depends on like what time of night, because like at a certain point, it's gonna fade out because I'd be sleeping too.
I mean,
I
like,
can do it as a response, like now that I'm awakened.
yeah,
Oh wait, I do have a torch. Haha.
you have torches. Okay, so you
I'm
light a
gonna hold
torch.
my torch.
So is Cedar leading the way up the dune to see whatever this growl was?
As long as I'm not the only one going up.
I would say having a torch leading the way is not the best idea.
What would you do?
Whoever has night vision should lead, and then you should just tag behind with no torch.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Both Cedar and Thicket would hear an odd scraping sound.
What was that?
Almost like something's grinding against wood.
Where's there
Would
wood nearby?
Would Thicket know?
That's up to you. What do you think? I mean, this isn't a check, and no, it sounds like wood is being like stretched on.
Well, as long as it's
Well,
not
Maury
Cedar.
doesn't know what's going on, so I don't know how to answer that.
Darn,
That's why I asked you.
I know. But this is not one of the time where I would give you more information. That's the sound you hear. What you come up to is your prerogative. But as you
Is Jackie doing anything?
not really. Jackie's just kind of chilling. Hasn't actually gotten up from Elle's bedrolls, watching you all stand up and move around.
Wow, thanks.
Neil hasn't moved either.
I don't think Gambit has either, to be honest.
Yeah, double exhaustion.
He is like 1 point away from dying at this
3,
point.
but yes. Or I guess
Oh.
4. I think it's once you reach exhaustion 6, you just die.
Oh, I thought it was 3. Exhaustion 3. Well, never mind.
Still, you're not in a comfy spot. Right, so as you approach, you said the torch is staying back with the others while Cedar and 2 is walking up.
I mean, I have night vision, so I can walk up.
So Doug is there any walking up with Doug?
Yeah, Gron's not gonna leave him hanging.
And who was the other person that just said something?
Cedar.
Okay, so the 3 of you walk up, reaching the edge of this dune, peeking over. The light shines and something turns and looks toward you, almost like a deer in headlights. as you see a lion, a male lion, full mane, look over to you and just kind of stare in your direction as you see he is like laying on the ground, and in his paws is a long wooden stick, like a broken tree branch, and it's partially in his mouth as if he's gnawing on it.
Oh. Okay.
Slowly stands up and backs away.
I think we could just not bother this dude and move on. Like, we could, whoever needs to sleep can sleep, and we'll just keep having somebody on watch.
I'm okay with that.
Alright, as you go back and return, the lion does not bother you. He seems to be chillin', has no qualms with you or yours. The rest of the night passes quite easily. Not every random encounter is going to be a big one. On to the 7th, the Friday, 7th of April. The next day, I need 3 survival checks from. Okay, you succeed on all the survival checks. During the next day, it is quite hot once again. I'm going to throw 2 more con saves at you, and I need each of the rest of you to roll another set of d20s.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, no one else gets any level of exhaustion for that day.
Ticket failed,
Thicket failed.
I believe.
Cedar probably did too.
Did Cedar make a con? Was that a con save for Cedar?
No, I thought you said roll a d20.
Well, but that's a different thing. Save.
Oh. There we go.
So you're good on that end. I will throw exhaustion. Thicket. Okay. And as the next several days pass by, I will go ahead and long rest y'all again to get rid of those exhaustions, as you do not encounter other main difficulties. Except that it does begin to rain one of the days. But with Thicket's rolls, you would not have. I don't know what you're doing. You would not have any particular issues. Thanks to Thicket's rolls, even in the rain, have no issue with his travel. As we move forward to, let's see. Okay, on the 9th of April, Sunday, you arrive in Miocene. Will return visibility of the token. You did manage to get back where you were. Good job. You just didn't know that you were back where you were. Alright, as you approach Miocene, you see it is fairly untouched. It looks pretty much the same as y'all left it.
Well, is there anything we need while we're in town?
Do I have flowers from here? Let me check.
Oh.
Good.
Don't think I do.
Ooh.
I don't. I need flowers.
Who are you going to for flowers?
Is there a flower shop that is easy to spot?
There is not a flower shop. Take a few minutes to walk around, there is no flower shop.
Is there any type of apothecary type shop?
There was a church.
I will go to the church.
You go into the fairly tall bell tower, 35 feet into the sky church, wooden sandstone. You see the symbol of 3 gods painted above the double door. As you walk in, you see the female dwarf that y'all met last time, named Layla, as she is tending to some candles off to the side.
Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you?
I have a weird question. So I travel a lot, and I like collecting flowers from the different cities that I go to, but I couldn't find a flower shop here in Miocene. Do you know if you guys have one?
Not any particular flower shops. I use some herbal types of flowers from my work, and well, I grow these as she pulls out a small pot from the side of lilies. They're a bit of a mark for, well, the Church of Erebus. Gestures around. It's customary to put these on graves, so I always have some growing. That could work.
That's very nice. Would you mind if I bought one?
What'd you say your name was?
I'm my name is Thicket.
Nice to meet you, Thicket. Sure, I wouldn't mind at all. Just a copper piece, probably be fine. And they're thankfully not used very often here, so I don't think I'll need too many on.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let me know if there's anything else you need, or if you need to go to Sylvanas, Erebus, or any of the others. Happy to help with any interactions.
I will do. Okay. What is this called?
It's a lily. White lily.
Just lily.
White lily. I don't remember what the scientific name is. White lily. The scientific name is lilium. A lilium. White lilium. Let's see. Technically an Easter lily. Probably. What? White Easter. Alright, is there anything the rest of you would like to do while you're in town? Are you going to talk to Shanpeng or anything? Are you just stay over the night and head on? Is there looking to accomplish? Just a nice bed.
Have they been plagued by any other kobolds?
It doesn't appear so. In fact, as y'all move through the town, you do see seemingly guarding, moving along the walls, basic patrols. You do actually see the kobolds y'all freed, I believe 6 of them that came into town, each of which are wearing a purple sash around their arm, tied off almost like a half cape. Seem to just be as guards for the town.
Just
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, they seem to have implemented themselves well. No one's dead. Thanks for the chat, the duck pond. They got someone messaged that they didn't realize that it was done on Twitch as well as you do. Wanted to say hi. Thank y'all for saying hi. Yeah, is there anything y'all are going to do in town? The kobolds do seem to be there just fine. I believe Maverick would probably say hello, but I don't know that he was terribly close with the other kobolds, so...
Did he have any rivals? Because then he might be bragging about all the money he has.
He might brag and hang out with them for a few minutes, but I'm not sure. We can ask Maverick next time Ethan joins us, if he became a braggart around the other kobolds or not. Alright, if no one has anything in particular they're choosing to do, you can easily refill any water, anything you use, so I'm not going to be counting against those, because you'll pretty much manage for any point of travel. You've got it mostly covered, at least for the desert times. It'll be actually slightly easier once you get out of the desert, and you'll only need a gallon of day. Alright, as we move on to the next leg of the journey, let's take a quick 10-minute or so break before we continue on for the next. Good spot.
Thank you.
Alright.
I made the thumbnail for this session take it as a bear because it becomes a black bear a lot. Good
Does he?
job. Pretty often. Most of the wild shapes you've used have been black bear, I thought.
I think he's only done it like twice.
Yeah, we've only done wild shapes.
To be
like
fair,
3
he's
times.
not done very many wild shapes necessarily.
We've only done like 3 wild
that are
shapes.
consistent.
Because I know you also turned into like a squirrel, I think, and that's kind of it.
No, I've never done a squirrel. I've done a spider like twice.
That's fair. What was the one you did to chase after the fairy whelp?
I think it was an elk.
No, when you were in town. I don't think you were chasing them around town as
what was that one? I think it was a rat.
It may have been a rat. Okay, so I guess
It was
it's
a
not
rat,
so
yeah.
often, but a notable
I
one.
distinctly remember Thicket as a rat being on the screen in text form.
I'm just waiting for the weather to hit nat 100 on the D100. Because that means I get to roll on the strange phenomena table.
That means we're playing The Floor is Lava.
Potentially. Let's see, what's the weather phenomena? Ashfall, a solar eclipse, strange lights in the sky, meteor shower, a storm, a wild magic storm. That'd be over there. All right. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna grab some water.
Okay, I need to ask, did anyone whatsoever get My Chemical Romance reference from earlier?
Which one?
I had said, bad news in the zone, tumbleweed.
Oh, nope. Completely.
It's from Danger Days.
Nope, you lost me on that one.
Dang.
Sorry, I only listen to their hits. And I mean, what I've heard is good, but I mean, I just haven't listened to anything else, you know?
I'm back.
It's pretty much just I'm Not Okay. And did they do Welcome to the Black Parade, or was that somebody else? Somebody else.
That was
Okay.
the most famous My Chemical Romance song.
Clearly. I think it's pretty much just those two.
Hmm.
Oh, Teenagers. I also like Teenagers.
I don't suppose you understood my Chemical Romance reference, Micah.
I wasn't here to hear it.
It was during the session.
Oh, then I did not get it.
Yeah. Is Jocelyn here? Maybe she got it.
I'm not okay now.
But yeah, I had said bad news from the zones, tumbleweed, and like the full thing of it.
Yeah, I did get that.
It looks like Jetstar and the Cobra Kid had a clap with the Exterminator.
I assumed that was like an adventure. One of the Dream SMP. Like I'm just not gonna pay attention to it.
You know I was quoting something.
I knew it was some kind of reference. I didn't know what.
Keep your boots tight, keep your gun close, and die with your mask on if you've got to. Here is the traffic.
Oh, got a very fancy outfit. Looks like an anime character. From behind.
What are you looking at?
Jack's thing that he drew.
Oh. Yeah, it was just something random.
Honestly, like it's not perfect. There are lots of differences, but it's not too far off in terms of like pose. They're just facing the other direction. But I get why you don't want to draw the face.
Well, I thought it would be funny to have like the buttons like on the back. So like I just turned him around.
Nice.
And then I'm currently working on this person. But like trying to figure out what to do with it.
Fair.
We'll just create a circus of what are they called exactly? Bosses or potential threats or frenemies?
That depends on what you do. I'm pretty sure y'all are going to fight at least one of them. Certain of it. But, y'all might.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Hello, chat. How you doing?
I'm okay now.
I wonder if this is gonna get us copyright. I don't know that it will. I doubt it. It's not quite coming through clear enough that I think it would catch, but I don't know.
I'm just okay.
I don't know Twitch rules. Twitch rules are funky.
Do you have a preference of
I
platforms?
lost my charger from my AirPods.
Oh.
It's gone. It's missing. One of them's already dead.
I lost the charger for something recently and just went and bought a whole new thing. Like, I was just like, I know I'm not going to find it.
Not even gonna deal with it.
Just new item altogether.
There's my random encounters list. I need to see if y'all trigger any others, or just if it's gonna be one lion. One lion. Part of me's debating of like, travel is one thing. Random encounters can kind of slog down. Trip though. Place y'all are trying to get to. That's what the D20s were, by the way.
We need D20s?
No, that's what they were. See if there were any random encounters.
Gotcha. Well, I enjoyed having a lion. I really did.
That was fun. I just don't want to slow down the game much from things that are more important or compelling story-wise. That's a hard balancing act to do. I've heard an odd mixture of opinions regarding random encounters. Whether or not they should be like only used if it's going to further the story, and then other times where it's like, yeah, but if you want the world to be kind of lived in, you should have random stuff happen.
I found my charger.
Yay!
Good job.
I'm glad you didn't have to buy a whole new thing.
I accidentally brought it into the kitchen during the break.
See, that's why I don't like taking things out of my room.
I didn't even realize I did. It was just happened.
The party's gonna make another set of saving throws, but
I'm not okay. I'm okay.
Thank you so much, Maury.
I'm not okay. You wear me out.
okay, is anyone not back? Obviously got Maury, Chislin, Jack, Chris.
I don't
Here.
think Jesse's here.
I'm here.
Chris.
Oh.
Chris. I guess not.
Can you sing the words, but don't know what it means to be a choking look. Another line without a hook. Take a good hard look. I'm not okay. Not okay. I'm not okay. You really need to listen to me, because to tell you the truth, I mean this. I'm okay. Trust me.
All right.
I love trust me. Trust me. I'm not okay.
Chris, are you around? Hey, Echo. Well, while Chris isn't here, I noticed after the first time he mentioned during a long rest he was going to train Jackie, rolled the checks for it. He hasn't mentioned it since.
Oop.
Great success.
If he trains Jackie a bunch, tell her to do things. But if he doesn't do what she wants, including
That's how I am with my parents.
Swear.
That's why she was laying down when y'all heard the line. You're just like, nah, this is just regular desert life. I'm not moving. She didn't care.
Heard.
She was chill. Lions don't scare people.
Of course not. But they scare cedars only a little bit.
That's
Because she saw it and then she went, oh, let's go back to sleep.
not enough to want to do anything, but not enough to bother getting it.
I knew that if we fought it, it would be a thing. But if we didn't fight it, it would be fine.
It was just chill.
Yeah. I wasn't going to bother it if it wasn't going to bother us, you know?
Live and let live.
Cleaning its teeth, gnawing on wood.
I mean, perhaps we could have trained it.
Funny joke. I mean, in theory,
We probably would have had to break it first, though.
I'm
I'm not
mean-
into that.
I have 3 things of rope.
Wow. Really going for a lion pulled cart there, right next to a mule, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I have the whip. I have, the rope. I even have the outfit, if I so chose.
Turn this campaign into We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah. Doug just ends up joining the Fairywild troop as a tiger master. Or lion master.
I mean, I think he is pretty good in acrobatics.
Maybe. How's his animal
Let's
handling?
see. That's questionable. I mean, it's not negative.
Chris, you around? Nope, he's still hanging out.
Chris has died.
Chris is dead, it's true. Well, bye. See ya next time, I guess, never. Here on Karagor Remnant Studios. Archon. Hmm? Huh? 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 Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Sorry for delays.
You're good. I was just singing Fly Me to the Moon as a villager. It wasn't very good.
And I was able to hear everything 'cause I had my headset on. I didn't say anything because I thought I would be done before then, but with my current health issue, it just was a bad time. So
No worries.
anyway, I did not realize I needed to initiate the training thing. I thought that was something that you were going to have me roll after long rest. So
You're good if we want to just say.
I will try to remember that from now on.
You can go ahead and make, say, 1 check right now, and then probably another couple as you travel. Try and gather a few more Jackie training points. Make a couple of animal handling rolls. And thicket I need. Let's start with 4 survival check.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Into the game. Okay, so that's another 3 training points for Jackie. And then -1, so back to Cool.
That 10 and 11 is a little bit scary.
Okay, so for those, Garand, over the course of the rest of the trip, you successfully get 2 more Jackie training points, basically evening out everything except for the 20. I haven't decided how you can spend these to get teacher stuff, but we can decide if there's something you're trying to teach her in particular. Is there something you're trying to teach her? Go, stay, something like that. What are you looking for?
Guard or stay. Guard or stay would be the first thing on his mind.
Well, we'll say techniques then. Do you want to spend all 3 points for guard, or do you want to spend 1 point for stay and then save up for something else?
If the current understanding is 1 point for stay and then save the other 2 points for something else, or 3 points for guard,
Yeah.
then I guess I would do the 3 points guard.
All right, so you spend the current Jackie training, and basically so far we're just going to say you've been training her to tell her to guard and stay in a certain spot or guard a particular person. We'll do. You've successfully taught her to do so.
Cue Jackie training montage.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Running along, telling her to stay. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Other times she growls in defense of Thicket, who's just kind of chilling off to the side. Other times she gets distracted and runs off following a stick. But you do successfully manage to get her to guard. All right, and so the first 4 days are fine. There are some high winds, but you don't have any particular issues. And then I need another 2 survival checks real quick from. We're gonna roll something.
From me?
Yep, 2 more survival checks.
I've done 4.
Yep, that was 4 days worth. All Archon went.
Okay.
9. You said you want to roll for each day.
Yeah. That was
almost a
1.
1. Watched it turn over. Okay.
Does a 1 mean like dragon spotted?
1 means you're totally lost. And it's like gone in the complete wrong. And who knows what happens after that. Maybe a dragon spot. And y'all can actually, from where you are, can now see in the distance the coastline. And I'm going to, as you're walking, these charisma saves. So I just did a thing for the manual die or for the dice. If it didn't show up for anyone, just go into your thing and make a charisma saving throw. More than half of you fails, so y'all are gonna lose. What could be making you make charisma saves?
I'm good at charisma, I say, as I
Okay.
roll a 2.
This would also affect Maria and Ulrich. It would not affect Claude, it would affect. Save. These 3 are going to be separate, but ultimately y'all's failure will determine that y'all lost about a half a day, dude. See how it affects the others as well. All 3 of them failed. So, as you're traveling along the road, specifically Cedar, Thicket, Gambit, and Doug, as well as Ulrich, you all begin to feel sad, tired. You don't have any energy or will to do.
That just sounds like normal behavior.
Sounds like depression.
Yes,
You feel-
exactly.
And like it's similar, and like Berea begins to slow down. Jackie just lays down and it's on. It's less active, less yippy than normal. Just sitting in the cart, staring off.
Are we
into the
almost
distance.
there yet? I'm so tired.
Oh, I don't know. I guess the trip is probably fine.
Just nothing but sand, and
I don't know if you're
I
alright.
hate sand.
It's coarse.
Rough
rough.
and
Irritating.
irritating.
My skin.
Ugh. It's just, I don't know, it's sand, and so hot.
Uh-huh.
It's like occasionally eyeballing people's swords, considering whether or not he should give himself a haircut for how hot it is.
Someone have any hair dye?
Bad day to be a cat in a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite the heat wave. Like, you get an odd feeling. Garand, it's not that hot. Like, y'all have had a couple of very heavy heat wave days during your travel, but like last few days have been fine. Today is fine.
Did it seem to come on suddenly, or was it like
It seemed to come on pretty suddenly, as
slowly building for them? Okay.
Everyone just kind of started feeling.
Okay.
Are y'all doing anything particular? Just keep going, slower but going.
Yeah.
As despite efforts made by Doug, who is also kind of, Maria hasn't gone that, like, she's going slower than normal.
Would it
you said we're
hurt us do anything?
The rest would not do anything.
you said we're by the water, right?
You're close to the water. Dozen miles or less, like 10 miles or less. You can see it in the distance. Because it's a
Never
fairly
mind.
quiet sand. But like, if y'all wanted to make a detour on the way and just go off the road for a thing, you could.
I was thinking if we were close enough, Doug would just like hop in and hop out to see if that helped.
Not really, but as the next few hours go by, it's slowly moving at half speed, losing half a day effective. Rounding out 8 p.m. as the sun's starting to go down. You all finally start to feel a bit better, feel your energy come back, and feel like, that was weird. Felt really out of it for a while. Feeling eventually passes. You'll lose half the day. Y'all are still traveling at normal speed, yeah?
I thought
Yeah.
we slowed
Think so.
down.
I don't know.
Actually, like,
Well, I mean, we slowed down because of that. Everybody's sad.
But in general, y'all are still moving at the normal speed for the rest of the trip, once y'all leave the seeming odd aura of lethargy.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, normal speed. Alright. I need, we'll say, 2 final checks from Thicket. Y'all are, at this point, about 2.5 days. Y'all will arrive the morning of the 18th. Is that right? Could have been more.
I just want to double check, make sure we don't have any bodies or anything weird that we need to declare that we might forget.
It'd be morning of the 19th that y'all are gonna.
The puppet doesn't look like a dead body, does it?
Puppet does not look like a dead body. It looks like at this point you aren't really using the puppet anymore. Maverick has made a small little wooden automaton. You do successfully make it, and coming on the morning of the 19th, roughly 10:30 a.m. Wednesday, the 19th of April, you come upon a city. First proper city you've seen. Huge. Easily spanning over a mile, 2 or more across. You see, from where you are coming out from the south, you see a large gate in this pretty much circular wall that travels around the edge. Effectively creating a circle around Sheer. You can see that as it gets toward the opposite side, toward the eastern side of Sheer, the wall becomes less dramatic, but still keeps a somewhat circularized shape. Like the little indent over here is kind of separated from the city, but there do seem to be buildings and stuff in that direction a bit. Excuse me. But in the somewhat rounded city, but most of the wall taking up the outer edge, you see this large city of this almost glowing white sandstone. Not actually glowing, but in the sunlight beaming down of this bright day, this large city of Sheer. You see on the northern end, further away from y'all, you see this multi-layer citadel. Seems to be about 4 separate layers tall each. Easily 30, 40 feet high, climbing up, reach about 120, 130 feet in the air at the top point. Well, from the base at least, as there are some ups and downs in the city itself, being built into a somewhat smoothed over, but still sand dune. As you approach, you begin to approach this southern gate. As you see, there are a few other carts coming in, a few other smaller groups of people as you find yourself arriving in the city of Sheer. As you approach, begin to wait in line, assuming there's bypass the line of these carts and people. As you see 4 people standing at the gate. There are 3 somewhat general-looking guards standing, looking at. One of actually, these 3 would be mostly watching. You do see it. One of them is checking inside the cart of this person coming through, seeming to make sure that whatever they have is what they said they have. Anything like. Sure. Did I? Not yet up. Apparently, I haven't uploaded the image for this other person. You see, there is one guard with a different sort of armor. Seems to be more detailed. Seems to have this almost golden colored, but Maverick would be able to tell at a glance. Actually, just a very light brass guard that's looking over some different papers and talking to the individual people as you approach. This one is a sun elf, female. Chill, computer. Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I just want to make sure my computer didn't freak out too much. So I try to upload this file. Come on. Don't need to upload that person. I need to upload this person. Go. Come on. Come on.
Come on, PC, you can do it.
There we go. Upload it. As you see, assuming it stay open and not close. Where are you? Are this person, or someone similar to this? So, she's more of an elf case. Probably didn't. But you see something like this, wearing this brass-like armor at their belt, of these brass, similar-colored scimitars. As you finally get up to them, she looks up to you. All right, what are you up? What brings you to Sheer? She looks to Doug, being in the driver's seat, all in the front of the cart.
You said she was just asking what we're doing here?
Yeah. What brings you to Sheer?
Just traveling to and from.
Being a little more specific.
No.
Well,
Yeah. We are escorting this gentleman. I point to, I forgot his name.
Ulrich.
Oh my goodness. Ulrich. And we are his escort to make sure that he can get here safely, because I believe he is visiting family.
Yes, he pipes up. I'm here to visit my sister. I'm not forgetting the name, but Micah's forgetting. So he's gonna pull that up real quick. I believe it's Leanna, but I want to double check.
Gertrude.
It's not Gertrude. I don't think I've named.
Oh, I wonder
It
if
is.
there
It's
are people
Linnea.
ever named
I'm here to
Gertrude.
see my sister Linnea. Linnea Yesvin. I'm sorry. What did you say the name was? Linnea. I see. And are you aware of where she is right now? If she's doing anything in particular? No, she lives here. I believe in the Dusk Quarter. She said last we spoke. Last time she sent me a letter. Let's see. All right. I would recommend before visiting her home that you go talk to the magistrate, the Dusk Quarter. Speak to him, and he'll fill you in. Why? What has happened?
Oh,
It's not my place to say, but I guess I should let the magistrate. Is there anything that you are transporting in or out of Sheer besides this man? Anything I need to know about? Anything in the cart? She glances in, but just sees. There's not much more than y'all. There's the barrels and what you got in your own. Anything in particular? What's in the barrels?
Water.
Not for travel. Smart. Right. Yes. You head to the Dusk Order. If you go north about 3 blocks off to the east, or I guess right. It's an easier way to say it. Go right another 2 blocks north, another 1 block. Look for the fairly large building. Say made of sandstone, but they're mostly all made of sandstone. Look for the one with the emblem of Aether on it. Should have an emblem of Aether as well as a sword. That should point you to where the Dawn Guard headquarters for this area of the city is. Alright, head on through. You pie. Assuming you go through, where do you head as you begin the city? Head there? Do you head straight to his sister's house? What are you choosing to do?
I think we should go see the magistrate. Sounds like something's up.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Hope everything's okay. Hope she's all right. Alright, assuming that's what y'all do, you head a few blocks up into the side, seeing the area of the city you're in. It's not run down per se, but it's not in the loveliest of conditions. There's not very many signs of wealth. There's people close outside their windows and everything. It seems to be at least somewhat residential, though you do see a few businesses poking in here and there. Some darker alleys off to the side, and especially at the very edge of the city, looking off, you see there's a small tent city off to the west end of the south side of the city, as you seem to be in the less. Actually, wait, y'all should be. I'm sorry, I think I might have given you action. Let's see. Oh no, y'all are in the Midnight Quarter. That's what the side y'all are in is the Midnight Quarter. So they'd probably give you a further path than just a couple of blocks away, since you're heading closer to the ocean, actually, closer toward the docks. That's where the Dusk Quarter is located. Pro tip: bottom is like the southern side is the Midnight Quarter. Left side, the western side is the Dawn Quarter. Top side is the sunlight or noon quarter, and then the east side is the dusk quarter. Like the sun is moving. Yeah. But as you make your way, you do find a fairly large building. The front side is larger. It does seem to be about 2 stories, and you see off toward the back it does stretch out and go off to the side, and you see barred windows off in the section off to the side. As you enter into the front, you see another regular guard, not in the same fancy outfit, look up. You see various other people going around. A couple of actual, what appears to be these guard members, the people with the specialized brass armor. You walk in, one of the guards walks up. What business do you have? How can I help you?
We wanted to help Ulrich go see his sister.
And who would that be? Is there a missing person here, or directions?
We were just told to come see you about a Linnea.
Linnea Yesfian.
Sure.
Okay. Let me get the magistrate for you. Walks back, and then a few moments later, a fairly dark-skinned human man comes outward. Long black hair cascading down behind him, fairly flowing clothes over his chainmail. Bits of stylized jewelry on his arm, various knives at his side, and along his left side is a long curved scabbard that seems to have this blade coming from it as well. Share with you also this image. The Dawn Guard Magistrate. By that as well, because you ought to have it identified. Yes, I believe you are here about Miss Yesfian. Yes, that's my sister. I see. Do you know anything about your sister's whereabouts by chance? No, we just got here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, sorry to say, but currently your sister is a wanted fugitive. A simple way to say this. Say it bluntly. Based on our findings, it appears that Monday, 2 days ago, I guess roughly 48 hours from behind now, we found, rather, someone found and reported to the Dawn Guard, and we did the best we could. Her house was burning. Upon inspection after putting the fire out, we found her husband's body. The dagger stuck into his side was burned. Our current working hypothesis based on his missing wife, based on the fact that he was in his own room, seemingly without much of a fight from what we can tell. We suspect that she killed him before leaving. You know, they married relatively recently. Perhaps something went wrong. Perhaps she was searching for a settlement. But we haven't been able to find her. I'm sorry to let you know. Not easy news. As you do see, Ulrich looks kind of shattered, not knowing.
It certainly couldn't have been her. There's no way.
I'd like not
Why
to
would she burn down her own home?
try and cover up evidence. Perhaps there was something there she didn't want someone to find. Perhaps she...
I think there would have been an easier way to do that.
I seem to agree, but fortunately I'm not much for speculation without reason. Until we find her, can't tell for sure what the motive was or if anyone else was involved. Based on the evidence there, it does not appear that anyone else broke in. There were no broken windows, broken doors. There was the burning that was done, but there was no additional marking. Nothing shattered. Nothing extremely broken. The door was just fine. Only about half the estate burned before we were able to put it out. If you'd like to see the crime scene, I'd be willing to give you a note that you can pass along to the guards there to walk inside, though I'd ask you not to touch anything. This is an ongoing investigation.
Like that, please.
Again, I'm sorry for your loss. If there's anything I can do, happen to find anything about her, I want to ask her some questions. So, yes, I'd appreciate any aid you could offer us. We've mostly got this handled. I'm sure she'll show up. But if you happen to see her, if you happen to find her, please let us know. The rest of you, as he looks away from him, are you escorts? Are you friends of the family?
Escorts.
Mercenaries? Like?
Yeah, I mean, we were hired to get him here. He has a job to do, and he thought, well, I could also look after my sister, see if I can make it in time for the wedding. I guess we missed that, and now we come to find this out. This is a tragedy, honestly. This is not.
You hear Ulrich mumble. She was already married. The wedding already happened.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood then. Well, either so, we could at least come to celebrate right there. So, yeah, you know, as soon as we can get over there, we'd love to have a look.
Oh yes. He pulls out a note and writes it and seems to sign it in his own. My name is Oscar. In case you need any aid, let me know. I'm magistrate for the Dust Quarter. My hands are relatively full most of the time, but drop by, I can probably spare a few minutes here and there.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about white iron, would you?
White iron, rare material. Wish I could use it. My sword, as he taps the scimitar, useful as it is, enchanted and all, nothing special. It's still just a steel blade, albeit with a little bit of light imbued into it. I don't know off the top of my head. You can ask some of the smiths around the city; they might know. There's one, as he would give you directions to a couple of different smiths. The one that would probably, I'm gonna say, he'll give you direction to a smith. Are you? Well, if it's talking about white iron, he's in the Dawn Quarter. I'm sorry, no, it'd be the Dawn Quarter. The Dawn Quarter. She is in the Dawn. Aletha, who's a dwarf, runs a solid shop, the Pots and Pans. Silly name for a weapons shop. Yeah. Once. Hello, Oscar says
I love
hello.
her already.
Yeah, she's quite the woman. Anywho, my apologies and condolences for your brother-in-law. Don't mind. Step back into the hallways. He seems to immediately pick up a separate file from the person at the front and begins reading it as he... Can't. Couldn't have killed him. No way.
Figure it out. Don't worry.
Yes, we will. We have to.
Ulrich, had she ever mentioned like having any disagreements or having any issues with her husband?
Well, they fought like couples do, but nothing worth killing over. They were so happy at the wedding, and it's only been 2 months. I can't imagine they got sick of each other that fast.
Well, if you suddenly find out that your husband's a part of a criminal
That's a fair
gang,
point.
then
I guess it's possible that if she found out... I mean, the courier should have already been here, so I guess they would have told her. That's the whole reason the courier was sent, like, 2 days before we left. 3, something like that.
I think we need to find ourselves a popular and less savory tavern for Gambit and I to work the crowd.
Alright, so is that what you're doing? Are you going for an inn first, or are you going for the crime scene?
If it's morning, then we should go to the crime scene first.
Alright.
yeah.
Since you're heading
Well,
over
we
to...
might want to. Do we want to drag our wagon around town though, or will we feel more free? Sorry.
I mean, I suppose we could find the tavern, get set up, and then go look.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. It just this is a big city, and there are a lot of thieves in a big city. So it might be best to put our wagon away before something gets stolen. Like Claude.
Hey, I'm not something to be stolen. I'm a person. I would technically be kidnapped. But wait, no.
That's true.
Why would I go with you anyway? And again, I also don't want to be hit with a fireball, so maybe it would... You know, I've been convinced. I will stay with the hotel. As you see his wooden head nods. You've convinced me. Good job, Gavin. Alright, so is that where you're going first?
Yeah.
Which quarter are you looking for an inn? As the city is set up into 4 separate quarters. Dawn, noon or day, dusk, and midnight. The only one you've seen so far is midnight, which seems to be a slightly lower end.
Well, just from walking in the desert, if it gets inclined to go to midnight on the hopes that it might be a little bit cooler. Just by name alone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the smell of the ocean in this city, as y'all are near the ocean. Y'all can smell it. It's there, calling to you, and not just Garand. Not just the smell of Garand's magic. There's actual ocean here.
Let's go for... sure, we'll check out midnight.
Midnight quarter? Alright.
It's the lower end, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it'll be where we need to be anyway.
Yeah. As you make your way through the midnight corner, you eventually find an inn. It doesn't seem much of an inn and tavern, it's just an inn. As you see, there is effectively a window in the first floor of this building. With a sign that says Starlight Garden over it. Walking
Starlight
up, you
Garden.
see there is a bell set to the side, chained. Wall.
Seeing the hotel, he's gonna whisper to Groan, "Hey, we don't have any dead bodies, do we?"
No, I looked before we came in fact.
Just to double check. No dead bodies.
A double and triple check.
Do you wanna be the point man, or do you want me to take lead on this one?
I'm considering playing the fool. So if they think that I'm an easy mark and with Thicket nearby, we'll be able to maybe circumvent any sort of issue, and then you could effectively flip them.
I'm going to pretend that I understood all that.
Would Gambit understand as a rogue, or is it that
Probably.
Gambit's... Okay.
Gambit's player didn't understand.
Gambit's not a huge con man necessarily, but he does know thieves can't, so probably. If you want to explain that in layman's terms. I understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
so So basically, Garan wants to. He's kind of considering playing like he's not all there, or like he's maybe more gullible than he actually is. Like he's not completely adept, or what have you. And with Thicket watching anything that Garan would miss, then it could be kind of relayed to either you or to Garand so that we can figure out what to do. And then if someone does try to target Garand, then that would instead become the person that we would then target. Because the likelihood is that someone trying to take advantage of a new visiting adventurer or mercenary has at least some sort of foothold somewhere, which is a good indication of a place to start from. So that's kind of where the idea of oh yeah, I'm an easy pickpocket, I'm an easy easy fool, whatever, and then in that process instead we surprise, a little bit of a trap.
So effectively, y'all are hoping to kind of walk around the Midnight Quarter, look like someone that could be stolen from, look like Taurus, and then basically have the perceptive people like Thicket and Cedar to grab their hand and say, "Ha!"
And then when that happens, Garan and Gambit kind of pulling that person to the side, maybe back into a side alley somewhere, where Gambit feels safe enough that maybe there's not a lot of lookouts in that particular area, so that we could isolate and interrogate.
All right. For the inn, are y'all gonna stop in and get rooms?
Yeah, let's get room and board for the how much will rooms be?
I want to try to work out the performance thing. I
Okay.
really want to sell this whole idea of like I'm a showy, flashy guy, but there's no real substance to me, so that makes me more look more like a
so
target.
we're practicing on the inn shop first, and then we're gonna use it to get our bad guys, right?
Yeah, the whole way, like the rest of you might be more average, maybe, like would be kind of the idea, so that way you don't have to pretend very much. But me, I'm doing a role. I'm performing. I'm deceiving. I'm doing all of my things to try to make it look like I think I'm the leader. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But I think I'm the leader. I think I'm way better than I really am, and it's clear that I don't know what I'm talking about. That kind of facade.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. You ring the bell. You hear shuffling. All right, I'm coming. And stepping out from another room into the small little cubby in the side of this building, you see a halfling man with disheveled hair, kind of messy clothing, stepping out, and he steps onto a stool up to the counter. All right, what do you need?
Well, good day, my good man. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. I am Grand Evenstar. Perhaps you've heard of a relative of mine, but perhaps not. Even so, I am a well-mannered bard, and I would like to procure rooms for myself and my companions. Perhaps we could work out a deal where I might perform, and we work out some sort of arrangement.
Make a deception check. Point deception check. Looks you up and down. You a lot? 5 gold. Don't have any stage. Don't play out here. Go for it. Not my fault if someone gets mad at you. Play, you play. As for your cart, pull it around the back and I'll...
Any chance that there's a better... Well, forgive me for interrupting. So, is there an inn where I might be able to arrange such a setup? Then
Yeah,
is there something, maybe not as luxurious as your place, but happens to have a stage?
Yeah, probably. Cost you 5 gold for me to tell you.
That was me laughing. Not wrong.
Call it an opportunity cost. I'll tell you what, 3 gold.
Right. Well, that seems like somewhat of a bargain. But I mean, for only 2 gold more, we get to stay.
It is.
I suppose worst case scenario, I could go. I suppose that worst case scenario, I could go and perform there, and then help that bartender, and that talent earn extra coin from everyone drinking for my fantastic performance.
Yeah.
I suppose you could lose money for the
Maybe.
great atmosphere. It's always an option.
Maybe. As you can see, as he gestures out to the street, I don't really have a stage or a bar. So, not really the kind of clientele I'm going for. This play, if you want me to tell you where, 3 gold. I hope they enjoy your music.
Well, perhaps we will return then. I thank you very much for your time, and I hope that your establishment does well.
Good luck, Evan Star.
And to you. Thank you.
He nods and steps back off the stool before going back to the... roughly.
Yeah, I'll be walking off all pompously. So when I head back to the group, if for anybody that didn't hear it, I'll kind of relay the situation, and I'm going to let them know that I seem to think that he didn't believe that I was maybe as good a bard as I was saying, or he just didn't care, based on what his situation was. And there might be other places that we can go. So unless this is like the best inn that we find, or for some reason this is like the best one that we could find for what we're trying to do.
No, it's just the first one you came across. Taking another few minutes to look around, you would be able to find... it's not a super nice place, but you would find a separate actual proper inn and tavern. You would find a separate inn and tavern. This one is called the Chimera's Thorn. It seems to be a rougher place, kind of similar in feeling to the grotto. First part. This. Now I need to know. Over in Fist. Driftwood Grotto. It's similar in feeling to the Driftwood Grotto. Not all sailors, but definitely more unsavory type individuals. Similar sort of setup. And you see the person running this place is in fact, as you see him, it is a Earth. Let's see. This tall, kind of gray-skinned man with no hair, these brown tattoos across his body, seemingly almost arcane or archaic. He leans on the counter. Hey. What's up? See, there aren't really any people in the bar at the moment, given it's 1 but 1 p.m.
It was a preemptive roll for whatever.
Yeah, fair.
Preemptive.
If you're going for the question of whether you're going more for persuasion to like get him to do what you want, or pompousness, which would be closer to deception, making him think you're a pompous rich.
Yeah, I want to go with the deception.
Okay, throw a deception
to
check. Make it look pompous, but still kind of get what you want.
Yeah, that's the plan. Like I said, the overall goal is to seem like I think more highly of myself than maybe I ought, and maybe some mighty pickpocket needs to take me down a peg, kind of thing.
Fair. Check. Very nice. Yeah, I can make that deal. He can play. Normally for you 6, as he looks around, I was the small one over there to stay in 2. Is to Ulrich.
The small one.
Yeah.
All right.
He's. I mean, honestly.
Between them and your construct, it would normally be like 4 gold. Let's make it 3, and you can keep any tips you get.
Fantastic. And do you happen to have a place where we could store our cot and?
Oh, your cart.
Yeah.
Go down 2 blocks to the left. As he points outside, that's where my storehouse effectively is. Here. He hands you a key. Get it back to me in an hour, or I'll come after you.
Not a problem.
Actually, I'm sorry. It would be a different thing. Here you go. And he hands you a key. This one is to the 3rd opening gate thing. Once you get there. Because I was thinking, why would he have all of them locked up if you need them? No, he's got individual stations within this little world. Alright. Now that Mike has had a second to think of how the logistics of having a cart station would work. There you go. Here's for the 2 rooms.
And the cost for that and feed?
And
for that and some feed?
5 silver.
Okay. Alright, well, you're clearly a gentleman. A solid man. There's a joke in there that you're a solid man.
Yeah, I can tell the joke. And
not
the first time I've heard that particular one.
But I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
Thank you very much. Anything you need
for his discerning taste.
Anything special you need?
No, we'll be doing a bit around town. But if you have any recommendations so that we might be able to, I'm gonna wait for the
Do
chopping.
you know where a flower shop is?
Flower shop? Sorry, not really a thing I'm into. I mean, I guess probably Dawn Quarter. That's where a lot of the trade happens.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good luck, cat.
Actually, he's not a cat.
Yes, I am.
No, you look like a cat.
Yeah.
Which is not the same thing.
I don't understand. I think I would know if I'm a cat.
You probably would know, wouldn't you?
I put the 5 gold on the counter.
He will quickly sweep it up without glance around to see if there's anyone, but there's not particularly close around.
And if there's any way that we can drum up some business for you, or if you might know of a way to kind of drop word,
once people
traveling
hear the music, I'm sure people will come running. Let people know if there's going to be some music coming around, though. Appreciate it. What'd you say your name was?
Grand Evenstar. You may have heard of my family.
I'll be honest, no, I haven't. But good for you.
It's not a problem, sir. It's south, so don't have to worry too much.
Been here my whole life. If it's in another city, but have a good time. We'll expect you here back at like 8 or something. Play on your own time, I guess. I'm not too worried.
That's perfect.
As soon as music starts, people will start.
Just out of curiosity, dinner is served at what time?
Typically I get the pots out and fixed up around 6:37, but people come in as late as 9 to actually get.
Thank you so much, sir. And what was your name, please?
Eleazar.
Delightful. It's a pleasure, sir, and we look forward to staying at this very nice establishment. Thank you for your your conduct. You are truly a patron with the patronage.
Happy to help you. Forward to hearing your music. And as you walk out, Thicket and Cedar, you would notice him kind of shaking his head as he looks to the side like, oh. Alright. As y'all leave and quickly put the cart up.
While we're going, can I kind of like see what Gambit's picking up from any kind of residual thieves can't signs or anything, whatever he might be noticing?
Gambit, make a perception.
Oh boy.
Also, what's your passive perception? 12?
Something like that.
Oh.
No, it's 10.
Sure, because your passive perception should be 12.
Okay,
Yeah, it's 12.
sure.
You can see it on your main page. It's perception 12.
Except for my perception sucks, so.
It's a +2, so it's not awful.
Oh, I
but
see
it's
it.
not
I see it. I
good.
see it. I see it now. Ha 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 ha.
Like, I really don't know what you're talking about with the perception sucking. It's slightly above average technically in terms of D&D speak. So
Oh, yeah, you would think. Except for I played a monk for years, so it feels like
nothing.
it's really bad. It feels like
When
nothing.
you compare yourself to
Absolutely
monks and
nothing.
Thicket,
Uh-huh.
anyone would feel blind if they.
Oh my goodness. Please grab.
Make a roll.
He does have eyes of a cat after all.
True.
I'm trying.
Eyes of an actual cat on account of being basically an awakened cat.
Oh, finally.
Nice. With the 18, no one's coming close to you, but you're definitely getting people looking at you. Especially like inside the bar, there weren't many people around, but there was like one guy sitting off to the side. He definitely saw y'all pay with 5 gold. You saw a couple other people whisper off to the side and like watching you go by. You're definitely getting eyes on you.
Okay.
No one's approaching you yet, but eyes.
What about Thieves' Camp and stuff like that?
Thieves' Camp. So there are bits of the town that are kind of covered with it. You would have noticed at the Starlight Garden that there is definitely a sign there that says hideout and another one that says fence. There are marks at different points along, effectively, likely meaning pathway that seem to be pointing towards sewers, or like ways in and out. You see a couple more rundown houses that have similar marks like hideout. You see a couple that have a mark that you would recognize as meaning easy mark, or like an easy place to get into. Carved in a few different places for a few different of the houses, but in this area of town, there's a lot of small marks. Nothing particularly stands out. You don't see anyone speaking Thieves' Cant that you would recognize, especially because Thieves' Cant is kind of an even more above the brow type of talk than Rusty was getting. It's like, we talked about vegetables, but I was actually planning a type of stuff.
For one of the ones that says easy target, can I just like subtly like go and take my dagger, or no, I'll take my hammer and like scratch it out?
Yeah, using the hammer and one of your pythons effectively, you can take a minute. Presumably the rest of the group will stop for you, but you can scratch out the mark.
I'm not a criminal, he tells himself.
Knowing
as he can speak criminal.
As he can speak basically criminal. I mean, you learn a lot of things when you're in the jammer.
All right, I'll relay anything that I've seen to Goran. Like, kind of what's going on, that we're definitely, like, we put a target on our back. A little bit, one. And there's definitely a criminal underring.
Underbelly.
Yeah.
Not only that,
you'll see Goran
you also notice that
smile. He's like, this is how you...
Is that you what?
I thought you wanted to say something, so
No, I
I
was
didn't
gonna
want
let you
to
go first.
interrupt you.
I'll mention mine in a minute.
So yeah, it was just he was smiling. He says, "The bait is being laid." It's fantastic news.
Indeed, watch your pockets.
And then he's like, "That's what I got them two for."
Oh, here, just put Claude in your. Oh, well, never mind. Claude's with the wagon.
True. Hanging out at the wagon.
He didn't want to get gym napped.
Get gem nap. All right. So is what y'all are doing next heading to Linnaeus?
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be will always be like 30 feet from Garand, or I'm gonna tail them, tail the group. So like do my best to like not get too far so I can keep an eye on them, but like seem like I'm not a part of the group.
Excuse me.
Cedar.
What's up?
Oh, okay. I thought that was a cedar snore.
No, that wasn't me burp. All right, Gambit, you can stay back. Make a charisma-based stealth check to try and make yourself seem like you're not a part of the group.
How do I do that?
In the skills section, there's the stat. You can click on the stat to change it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Change it to charisma, so go ahead and make the charisma-based stealth
Didn't
check.
change the.
It didn't
Oh
change
my
the number,
goodness.
but I didn't know that before I asked for it.
And yeah, I cannot grab the little dice today.
I love.
Oh no.
Oh no, what we gonna do? Everyone can tell that you're part. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very convincing. You're doing your best. Well, you're not really doing your best. You're doing what you can, but you're also trying to not lose the group. And you don't really know where you're going because you don't know the city that well. It seems that people are clocking pretty easily there, following them, and like bits where like Gorond looks back over to you and sees you there, and then keeps going, and the others see you, and everyone can tell like, okay, so they know he's following them. And he's still following them? Seems sus. Alright, but as you approach, you find your way over to the Dusk Quarter, off to the eastern side of the city. As you approach, you see these buildings, effectively small townhouses as you get to a somewhat nicer area of town, of the city. You see effectively what amounts to townhouses. These fairly small, maybe 20 feet long at two-story buildings kind of connected, similar to the type of housing that Ulrich has. But these ones are, unlike his, where it's all one building, these are separated. Usually barely 5 feet, alleyways in between, where people seem to store stuff or throw stuff. You can even see some, effectively, bikes. Old-timey bicycles. In some of them, stuffed off to the sides. One has just a bunch of crates in it. As you come upon a partially burned one. This one, as you approach, you see on the top side, the top is not burned down already. It's not a burned all the way down. It appears the right side of the house has sustained most of the damage. With you see a couple of smaller holes like in the ceiling up on the top. Bits of the front are burned. There are some burn marks out the windows of the front. A little bit of burn and blackening on the outside right side, but the left side didn't seem to burn long enough for the left side to burn up or anything. Any more damage you'll have to see inside. And you do see there are there's actually just one same Dawn Guard, 2 scimitars, brass armor, fellow. This one is a halfling. Standing out front, basically sitting on the porch, guarding that, as there are some ties off, effectively caution tape.
Good day, sir.
Hey.
We have this writ to look into this matter, see if we might be able to offer assistance as it pertains to family for this gentleman here. Can you fill us in on everything that's known so far?
Yeah. So from the looks of it, as he takes and looks over the writ, seemingly being satisfied from looking at it, well, it's a pretty fortunate circumstance. It's not all too uncommon. I mean, murder is not common necessarily, but of the ones that happen, seems to happen quite a lot. There's looks from we're guessing. I'm not the top of the case or anything, but from the inside, what I'm guessing and what we're thinking, looks like the guy was in the room. Someone, probably the wife, came up behind him, hit him in the head with something heavy as he fell down, and then as he fell down, probably after he fell, stabbed him. I assume after he fell, trying to stab a falling guy is probably not going to be the easiest thing in the world. And it looks like the fire was set after that. There was some oil residue on the bed where the guy was, downstairs. Probably like setting it as she left. Seemed like she wanted to come back. Let me give you the walkabout, but it's like an open and shut case to me.
And were there any witnesses to her fleeing the scene?
Unfortunately, no witnesses. No one saw anyone come or go at the time. But people didn't realize till the fire was going until, both best as we can tell, probably a couple minutes after. It took us a few minutes to get here and get the fire put out. People, one of the neighbors, as he points over across the street, noticed that there were flames in the window. It was early morning, 4 or 5 a.m. Someone noticed flames in the window, ran and got the guard. They didn't see the wife. I guess she must have gotten out before anyone noticed. That it was early morning. People weren't walking around the town that much. Not on this side, at least. Fishers, but they don't come into the... They don't really come into the, what's the word? Living areas if they're going to go to the job. They normally start a.m. 4. Fortunately, no witnesses, but... Now, I'll let you take a look, decide for yourself. Looks over at Ulrich. Sorry for your loss, sir. As he opens the door, leads you inside to give you the walk around. I believe that is where we're going to end the session. Party seems to... The party seems to have found themselves in a little bit of a history question mark. We'll see where it leads.
That's rough. Because would we have been able to have made it that in time? That's the question, I guess.
What do you think?
Not counting the incidents where we got lost or whatever.
What do you think?
I mean, I wasn't paying enough attention mathematically to know.
So apparently...
I think it could have been possible.
The presumed murder happened 2 mornings prior. So if you arrived 2 days earlier...
Best, we were only like half a day ahead.
Yeah, you might have gotten there the day it happened. You'd gone really fast, like y'all made up a couple of days, and then effectively you made up a day and then you lost the day.
Yeah.
Mathematically,
And then we took the long route.
yes. Mathematically, you could have conceivably gotten there the day it happened, or even have caught up to the Darvishi courier that was going to warn her that something might be. So, I mean, I make this a fairly open world. If y'all curvate and gone immediately, who knows? Might have gotten there beforehand, might have gotten there after. Who knows what would have happened if you stayed a couple more days in the Feldspar. What interesting questions. We can talk about those in a minute if y'all want to. We can mention those in a minute. I'm not going to tell you the exact timeline of how things happened if y'all just never showed up.
Right.
But I think we can go ahead and end the recording for now. Thank you for coming, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Hope y'all have a lovely evening and a wonderful day, whatever time it is for you. See you later.